In this video, we're discussing rappers that share baby mamas with each other. Watch till the end because one will surprise you. Let's get into it. Future is one of the biggest rappers in the industry. Many consider him to be the GOAT of Atlanta rappers, but he's just as famous for his personal life as he is for his music. He's had a few high-profile relationships, but is notoriously known for having multiple baby mamas. 8 of them, to be exact. Back in 2018, Future hooked up with a dancer and model named Joey Chavis and had a son with her named Hendrix. Future having another kid wasn't surprising to anyone, but fans were shocked when they found out who her other baby daddy was. It turns out that Bow Wow and Chavis were together in 2010, and they had a baby in 2011. They broke up in 2013, and it wasn't the most amicable ending. Joey actually had to sue Bow Wow for child support, but they made amends and worked on the situation. And last year, Bow Wow had an interview with Jason Lee and said, "That's my dog for life, and she knows I'll do anything for her. That's my homie." Bow Wow has been tight with Diddy since he was a teenager. He hasn't come forth with anything incriminating to say about Diddy, so it seems to be one of the few genuine friendships made in the industry. He says Puff is the one who taught him how to grow up and have a good relationship with Joey, even though they're not together. He and Joey managed to work it out, but it's a totally different situation when it comes to Future. By the time Joey was about to have their son, Future had already moved on with another woman. Then he made a wild, bold move and brought his new girl to the baby shower. The situation got even messier after Joey was spotted kissing Diddy on his yacht in Italy. Bow Wow said he wanted to get active with Diddy at first, but after chopping it up with Diddy on FaceTime, everything was cool. When the paparazzi asked Bow Wow about the situation, he said he wasn't pressed at all and that he wasn't expecting them to get married or anything serious. And he turned out to be right. Joey even later said the kiss was a mistake and it didn't go any further than that. What's even more wild about the whole situation is that Bow Wow also dated Future's ex, Ciara, back in the day. They didn't have any kids together, but it's obvious him and Future have similar tastes in women. Nivea was an R&B artist who blew up in the early 2000s. She earned a Grammy nomination for the track Don't Mess With My Man, and it also got the attention of Lil Wayne. He told his management he wanted to do a song with her, but that was just a slick way to get in contact with her. Wayne and Nivea started dating, and she says that he told her to leave the music industry and he would take care of her. Then one day, he told her that they should move out of their house and into an apartment. Nivea agreed to the move, but later it came out that Wayne just wanted her out of the house so that he could move in his ex-wife, Toya Johnson, in. Wayne eventually broke things off with Nivea, so Nivea moved on and married The Dream. They had 3 kids together, but the relationship didn't last. And after they divorced in 2007, Nivea got back with Lil Wayne. Nivea stayed with him even though Wayne had another baby in 2008 with his ex Sarah Vivan. But in 2009, the situation started getting even messier after Wayne got Nivea and Lauren London pregnant at the same time. Nivea found out Lauren was pregnant on the same day her own pregnancy was confirmed. She was already in a tough spot. And then Nivea's mother passed, which made it even more challenging to cope with his second betrayal. Nivea broke up with Wayne without much support, but in the best interest of the kids, she formed a positive relationship with Lauren London. Nivea told People magazine, "It was very crushing, then she and I became very close. I know that sounds weird, but we were 2 people going through something that was along the lines of humiliating. The situation bonded them, and they were mature enough to handle the situation without a lot of drama. But what's crazy is the love triangle doesn't stop there. Well, after Nivea and The Dream's divorce, The Dream later married and had a child with Christina Milian. And after The Dream and Christina split, she also started dating Lil Wayne shortly after. But clearly, Wayne isn't the relationship type, because that didn't last either. And while they never had a child together, things were pretty serious between the two. At the time, Christina had said she had never loved anyone the way she loved Wayne. Erykah Badu is a legend in the game. Her first album dropped in '97 and went triple platinum, and that same year she had a son with Andre 3000 from Outkast. They split up a couple of years later, and 3 Stacks wrote the iconic track Miss Jackson about her and her mother. Even though the relationship didn't last, they stayed friends, and 3 Stack says Erica is basically like a sister to him now. Then in 2004, Erica had a daughter with another rapper named the DOC. If you're younger and not as familiar with his music, DOC was a huge influence on rap back in the 90s and worked with hip-hop pioneers like NWA. Erica also dated rapper Common for a couple of years in the early 2000s, but they didn't have any kids together. Then in 2009, she had another daughter with New Orleans rapper Jay Electronica. Having 3 kids with 3 different rappers could be toxic, especially with so many egos, but Erica says the situation couldn't be better. Instead of getting into petty fights and making it harder on the kids, all of the fathers are tight with each other and even hang out at Erica's house. She calls her family the Hip Hop Incredibles and says if they all linked up for a project, it would be crazy. Before she tragically passed away from pneumonia back in 2018, Kim Porter had kids with 2 different dudes in the industry. Back in '91, she was dating a singer and songwriter named Al B. Shore, and the 2 of them had a son named Quincy. Then, in '94, Kim and Diddy started dating. Diddy was serious about the relationship, and he even adopted Kim's son Quincy. They had their own son together 4 years later, but the relationship wasn't working out, and they split up a year after that. After a few years apart, they decided to give it another shot. And in 2003, they linked back up and had twin daughters in 2006. But they still couldn't make it work and split up for good in 2007. Diddy went on Young Miami's podcast and talked about the situation, speaking on how heartbroken he had been since the loss. But more recently, Diddy has landed himself in seriously hot water. And with his brand and image newly tarnished with violence and abuse, it has raised eyebrows and sparked questions on social media about his possible alleged involvement in Kim's passing. And people are wondering just how genuine he was about his proclaimed love for her, questioning if it all was just to give himself good PR. A lot of details are still unclear, and many questions are still left unanswered. Only time will tell. The singer Monica has been in the music game since she was only 12 years old. She's put out countless R&B classics over the years, and for her level of success, she has largely lived a private personal life. But she has still had a few notable relationships within the music industry. In the late 90s, Monica dated the rapper C Murder of Cash Money's No Limit. Their relationship was actually pretty serious at the time, but things were cut short when Corey was incarcerated and sentenced to life in jail without parole. And though they never had a chance to have any kids together before his legal troubles, Monica saw herself marrying Corey and starting a family with the rapper. Today, she still supports him publicly and speaks fondly of him in interviews. Monica lived her life and eventually met rapper Rocco at a party. It was love at first sight. Their meeting grew into a 7-year-long relationship. They even got engaged. During the time together, they had 2 sons, but ultimately, they ended up splitting up. The split came as a surprise to friends and family who knew them both. To this day, Monica has not given any specifics about why it did not work out between her and Rocco, but she said she wishes him all the best. In 2010, Monica met NBA star Shannon Brown when he played the love interest in her music video for Love All Over Me. They hit it off and started dating from there. They got engaged in October that same year and officially married the next month, in November. In September 2013, Monica and Shannon welcomed a daughter, Laya. Things were picture perfect. But in March 2019, Monica filed for divorce. It was speculated that Shannon cheated on Monica, but she has never publicly confirmed or denied the situation. Choosing to keep things private, she said to Essence, "I just think because I still have such a love and respect, even for Shannon, that there's certain things that are just not up for discussion. We don't have to be together to respect one another." Hope you enjoyed learning about these celebrity connections. Don't forget to tap that like button and leave a comment. Be sure to check out our other videos and subscribe for more urban uploads. See you in the next one.